I'm Dan Galusha and welcome to another edition of Dan's Fishing Tales. It's really windy out here today and hopefully I can get some bluegills or crappies. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm using my new B&M rod. This is a Russ Bailey rod. It's an 8-footer. I've got it all fitted out here with a special rig actually. It's a drop shotting type rig, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a combination of things. This is called a cricket. Now that's put out by Natural Forage baits, and it's already got the kicking bass in it, but I'm also going to take some kicking bass crappie and put it on this thing. Now what this is a live shotting, and this one happens to be the small fry. It's kind of like a little well, it's kind of like a streamer fly. If you're a fly fisherman, you know what I'm talking about there. I'm also putting a Mr. Crappie weighted float on here, and I don't have it spaced too far because I am going to be going for bluegills and crappies, and I really don't know what I'm going to see. You know, I might even end up with a bass, who knows. But we're going to try it out here in this wind, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this wind actually help me. It's going to be bobbing that float along, so I'm probably going to have to do a lot of casting because it's blowing so hard, and we got whitecaps over here. So I'm down here in this bay area, and I'm going to give this a try. So what do you say we start doing some casting and see if I can catch some fish? I finally got one on here. Well, as you can see, we've changed locations and it's windy. I mean, it's windy like crazy. I had one fish that I didn't get to show you. It was, I brought it in and that was about it. But anyway, I want to talk to you a little bit about how I rigged this. Now this, like I told you before, is what they call the small fry. It's a live shotting. And you tie your line to here, right to this section. Then you drop it down through this other little loop that looks like a line tie, but it's not. You drop your line down through. Now that's free. Then you put your jig on there. Now this jig acts as a normal weight would on a drop shotting rig. And so what I'm doing with that float, like I told you before, I'm letting it bob up and down. Well, I'm also giving a little action this way. And hopefully, we're going to catch some more here. I mean, it's just been windy everywhere I've gone, and it's I know the wind really helps to get the fish in there, but this is to the point of almost ridiculous. And I'm just going to keep just, you know, try and do this. I am getting a lot of hits right in here where we were before. They just weren't too active in that area. So but the weeds are thick, and with my polarized glasses I'm able to see those weed areas so that I can cast around to them, because that's where the fish are holding. So I'm going to make some more casts and see if I can get some fish out there. Well, I got something here. You know, at the beginning I said I was going for a bluegill and perhaps some crappie, and anything else could hit. Well, there it is, a bass. Not that big, but he hit right over here. I want to make sure you see that. He actually hit where I've been having all the bluegills hit. I just haven't been able to get any of them on camera. They're down in, well, you can see what they're in. See that slop? I'll tell you, this is a mess. We got tons of weeds. My little live shotting kind of got globbed up here, without a doubt. It's moss, it's weeds, it's all sorts of stuff, but those fish are in there, and that's what I'm trying to do. It seems like every time I get by a weed pile, something nails it, at least for a bit, and then they don't always hold on. So you're not getting to see any of that because I'm not able to get there and turn it on and what have you. But they've been destroying my little Natural Forage bait cricket, and I've been getting some on. Well, I had two that you didn't see on the live shot, and they actually got pulled off by the weeds. Like I said, it's a mess out there. There's no doubt. And I'm going to get this back out there. I may have to get another cricket though, because it looks like this one's just about had it. So I'll put another one of those on and then I'll cast. You know, I said I was going to put another cricket on. Well, I didn't. In fact, what I did is I got a tangle, didn't I? No, what I did is I put a T-Shad on right there. I thought, okay, since the bass were in there, maybe this will even help get a crappie. Crappies haven't been hitting too good right now, so I'm going to cast this one out now with that T-Shad. And I don't know, the T-Shad to me matches up a little bit better with that small fry, and the color is even the way I got them, so we'll see what happens. You see how bad the wind is. Can't even hardly cast that thing. There we go. Got something pretty good this time. Oh! Couldn't get him out of the weeds. In fact, broke off the whole rig. I think that fish actually had the live shot, and I redo just from the way it broke. So what I got to do now is I got to retie. He got everything. You can see here I've got a ton of different types of jig heads that I use for this. But what I've done is I've selected, and I'll show you, a small, very small beef fishing H2O head. I've decided to go with that, and I'm gonna, I don't know, I think I'm gonna put another one of those T-Shad back on, but tempted to go back to a cricket too, because I don't think that was a bluegill. I'm sure not. This is called a Toledo minnow color, by the way, and I'm going to show you how I rig these so that they're straight. Stick it in here just like this. Now you come on around, and as this comes around the bend right there, that's when you break it out through the top. Bring this up, pull it out, and then you've got it. So that's ready to go. You can see that little tantalizing tail back there on these T-Shad. That's what we're going to be casting out there. Got to reset my float, get my polarized glasses back on. And by the way, these T-Shad have got the kicking bass in them, just like I talked about a little bit ago. Also, I have set my little fry, that live shot, up just slightly higher than I had it before. Well, I've got one. I had to get the camera on. He's nothing big, that's for sure. Got kind of a tanglement here, hang on. Nothing all that big, you can see that. What I did here, I think I'm going to call it a day anyway, but I want to show you. Release him, get him back in the water first. There we go. But I want to show you, I switched over. I've been getting a ton of hits out here, a lot of them. And I'm not going to keep the camera on, just show you a lot of hits. What I did is I went, and we got another glob of moss. I had a tanglement back there. I went to this smaller jig head. Now there's no keeper barb on that head at all. Up in here, in fact, I'll slide this off and show you. I'll slide it back. Maybe I will. See, it'll stay on as better than you think. There. See, there's no barb on that at all. It's just a straight shanked hook, and that works a lot better for those crickets. I like it real well. I just hadn't gone to that. What was happening, you know, I put that bee fishing head on. That was great. I had a lot of hits on that thing, and I was getting it on the other too, but I switched over to this, and it's still what was happening, and I knew the hook, it just was too big of a head. Even though as small as it was, I showed you what it was like, still was too big. It's just one of those days, and you know how it is. There's days when you have to have just certain things on, and this is one of those days. This is a very tough fishing day, there's no doubt about it. Even fish for bluegills. I caught that one bluegill, and that was it. And then those bass you seen, and then that one broke off. And you know, I kind of think that one that broke off, that might have been a big catfish. It could have been, because it was up in there maybe feeding on those bluegills or whatever. So I think I'm going to about wrap it, because it's getting colder out. I think we got some storms moving in. So until next time, get out of the water and have a great day.